enemy has engaged our ally!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm bringing you another subscribers battle replay. This was submitted by Max Laser, and it is a 2v2 in Total War Attila. And let's take a look at the RB comps before we get the battle started. So, looking first at the balance bar, it's about even. The allied man count, which is the Picts and the Abdonians. They have 3,898 men, and the enemies, which are the Ostrogoths and the Vandals, totaling about 4,080 men. So we've got some early skirmish going off here, with the Abdonian Chosen Raiders going in on the Gothic Lancers. They're going to try to get out of there, but it looks like the Cav is going to catch them off guard. So very good play there by the Ostrogoths.
The enemy has found our concealed units!
But let's take a quick look at the armies and what everybody's bringing to the battle, and then we'll get it started. So looking at the Abdonians first, looks like he's got 3 units of Celtic crossbows, and then he's got 2 units of Celtic spearmen, and 3 units of King's Warband. And then the rear he's got Scatha's Teachers, looks like he's got 4 units of them. And he's got some Celtic Axe Warriors on either flank, 2 units. His General's Bodyguard is back there, King's Fianna. And then he's got some Mormaer Cavalry, looks like 3 units. And then he's got 2 units of these Chosen Raiders. So I believe that the rules were no art max 6 cav, including the General. Looking at the Picts, he's got some Celtic bows in the front and also some back here, so it looks like he's brought 4 units, 5 units actually in total. And he's got some of these Pictish berserkers, so they look pretty deadly. And then in front of that, he's got some black blades, so these guys kind of remind me of druids. They have the look of it, warrior priests of the day. So he's got a lot of the black blades, like probably 4 or 5 units of them. And then there's some Pictish axemen in front here. And then for his cav, he's got Mormaer Cavalry, looks like 3 units of them. Then he's got some mounted spear raiders, and his General's Bodyguard is on foot, Celtic Noble. And where's the other army? Here we go, way over here. So looking at the Vandals, he's got some Germanic archers in the front. Looks like only 2 units there. And then he's got some light Moorish cavalry. Looks like all 6 units are Moorish cavalry. And then he's got some Vandal berserkers. And he's got some Germanic pikes. And the rest of his army is deployed behind. So he's got his General Bodyguard, Germanic Noble. More Vandal berserkers, more Germanic pikes. So pretty good. Oh, and he's got some noble Swaby swordsmen. And I just played with those in a battle yesterday, and I got wrecked. And looking at the final army of the Ostrogoths here, he's really kind of out of position. He looks like he was taken by surprise because, as you can see from the deployment, they were expecting to deploy both here in the front. But I believe that the Abdonians, their entire army is vanguard deployed, so they kind of made like this little L shape around the Ostrogoth player. But he is trying to use his cav to his advantage, so he's got some Gothic Lancers here. Looks like 6 units, yeah, because he's got 1 in front there. Some Gothic and some Germanic Lancers. He's got Germanic Archers, looks like 3 units of them. He's got some Germanic Warband, some Thracian Oathsworn. These guys are deadly, but you can pick them apart with arrow fire pretty easily. A lot of Oathsworn, and he's also got some Germanic pikes as well. So most of the battle is going to happen over on this flank, so we'll try and focus here first, and then I'll keep an eye on the other side of the battle as we go forth. So let's get this started. So right away you can see that the Abdonian player is being very effective at kind of kiting and skirmishing the enemy, but the Ostrogothic cav is doing well at zoning out the raiders so that they don't get picked apart too much. And there's kind of like a mad cluster in the middle. He's not sure how he's going to form up to face both armies at one time. And if we zoom in over there, you can see that the other teammate, he isn't really interested in moving closer to his ally. He's actually just going to hold there where he is. We got some cav coming in here. So yeah, really effective play when people Vanguard deploy. It really catches them off guard. And then it really affects their deployment, because then they want to redeploy to kind of face the oncoming threat, but at the same time it just leaves them vulnerable to archer fire, which you can see right now is the case. But if we turn the HUD on, it looks like the Gothic Lancers are actually defending a lot of the Vandals as well from the Pictish cav. But yeah, a lot of archers getting cut down here. The raiders, yeah, they're kind of getting picked apart, but at the same time, they're doing their job of harassing the enemy effectively. And yeah, the archers are already starting to break, which is good news for the Celtic Alliance. And of course, you guys know that I am rooting for the Celts, as I am Irish, so...
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle!
But yeah, we've got a massive push with a lot of this light Moorish cav here. I think he's going to go for an epic charge. Let's find out here. We got some cav counter-charging. And the Black Blades about to be charged here. Now, the light Moorish cav, they don't get super OP charges on, but at the same time, they are shock calves, so you can see the Black Blades losing about a quarter their unit. And it looks like we're going to have some engagement here with the King's Warband. These guys look epic. These are my colors right here. The light and dark green. And we've got some Axe Warriors charging in. And the battle has begun. Just gonna put on some slow-mo here so we can enjoy the battle. Very nice. And a lot of the other warband is going to, King's Warband is going to be charging into these pikes. A lot of javelins being focused on the sides of the pikemen, so that is a good plan there. Let's go ahead and turn it back. You can see that the Abdonians have kind of just stretched all the way around the Ostrogoth lines. So they are really effectively kind of pinning down the Ostrogoths in place in a less favorable position. Nice. How are we looking on the other side? Yeah, it looks like a lot of the infantry is pushing forwards into the Black Blades. You can see the Vandal Berserkers taking on the Black Blades.
Our unit has gone berserk!
A lot of death and destruction already so quickly into this battle. You can always pick out the Vandal Berserkers. Berserkers never wear t-shirts. I don't know what it is, but...
General of our ally is dead.
So looks like one of the generals has been lost. I believe that it is the Pict general. Let's put it on slow-mo here again, just so we can kind of take an overview of the battle. The Attila battles do happen quite quickly. So you can see that the Vandal infantry is breaking to the Pictish axemen, but some good rear charges by the light Moorish cav is actually kind of evening the score over here.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
But it looks like the
unit has rallied.
Abdonians are doing very, very well against the Ostrogoths. We got some fire arrows coming in against the Germanic nobles, which is the general. We got the King's Fiona riding forwards here. I hope that he gets some good rear charges. But it looks like the Ostrogoths are kind of getting surrounded. Looking at the balance of power, allies have 1,254 enemies, 1,491. So they definitely still have the advantage.
Men are broken and are fleeing.
And there goes the general into the battle. Nice cav battle in the water. We got some of the pikes. They don't know where to turn. They're kind of facing both ways, trying to keep back the Abdonomy cav. We got some more Germanic pikes forming up here from the Vandals. How are the Vandals doing? Actually, quite well. It looks like they're pretty much wiping out the Picts at this point due to the loss of their general. But you can see that pretty much immediately all of the Ostrogoth infantry has broken due to the loss of their general. You can see that they're just going to start forming up, ready to take on what's left of the Vandal infantry.
The enemy has put our ally. Our men have rallied.
Very nice. Looks like the King's Warband actually doing quite well. They seem to be decently healthy.
This is what we waited for.
We got some people still alive here. Slowly dying.
No gods, no glory, and I want to see plenty of gods.
The Abdonians are cheering, but the battle isn't over yet. They need to start moving in. Just so much death in this one area. If we kind of zoom out and take a look of the battle, you can see in this there's a pretty obvious half circle here where the Ostrogoths made their last stand. But a lot of skirmishing as well. Many of the enemy falling to arrows before there was even an actual engagement. Let's turn on the HUD and take a look. So yeah, just sweeping up the last bit of the Picts. But what are we down to? The Vandals, they got some Vandal Berserkers. Looks like 5 units of them. They got the General Bodyguard in the center. 1 unit of Pikes. And 2 units of Cav.
We've revealed their deception. Hidden troops.
Looking at the Abdonians, lighter in comparison in the infantry department, but they've got 2 units of archers, and they've got the cav advantage for sure. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm kind of hedging my bets on the Abdonian player.
Nothing remains of this
Cav
unit
is supreme in Total War.
To fire!
Oop. Yeah, looks like either of those archers are going to try to get out of there or they are breaking.
The enemy have rallied their units.
See what they're firing at over there. Oh, fire. Their backs are turned. Come on. No? Oh, there you go. Killing a couple. Looks like the Vandals are going to try to get some favorable ground by getting up the slope. But the Abdonians are just going to inch forwards. He does have the advantage, but he doesn't want to charge in recklessly. He wants to be more patient and kind of use up his ammo, But looking at the balance of power, there's obvious that there's an advantage for the Abdonians. It's 923 men to 574, and a lot of their infantry is really depleted. He's continuing to fall back, though. The noble Swaby swordsmen are still alive, so obviously this player used his more effectively than I did. He's pulling back even further. I think he's going in for a charge. Ooh, a lot of fire arrows coming in. Are they even gonna make it there? Oh, Lance is down, guys. Yes, very nice. How else are we looking? Yeah, it looks like they're just going to commit. Vandals don't want to run any longer. They're just going to hold here. One last stand.
Men are broken and are fleeing.
The Berserkers are making some headway, though, against the Picts. But a lot of them are Berserk, so they're not even in control anymore. And they're really depleted. 13 men over here, 4 men over here. We've got the Germanic Noble General. Oh, he is wavering, though. Is he going to even get into battle before he breaks?
The enemy are losing their advantage.
And I think that's it there. Once the general breaks, I'm sure they all will break.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
So a lot of bloodshed in this battle. A lot of bloodshed. The sun slowly sets on this battle, and there's just carnage everywhere. And there we go. Pyrrhic victory. Let's end the replay, take a look at the results. I really think that the reason that the Picts and Abdonians won was because the ability of the Vanguard deployment. A lot of the Celtic factions are very, very lightly armored, so you really have to take advantage of their surprise attack, if you will. Because the Ostrogoths, you know, a lot of the Thracian Oathsworn are, you know, pretty beefy units, and the Germanic swordsmen not bad as well. But taking a look at the Picts, a lot of his Black Blades doing actually quite well. Pictish Axemen doing okay, Crossbows doing okay, Cav doing average. The Abdonians, he used his Cav pretty effectively. This one getting 224 kills, so that's excellent. King's Warband doing not too bad. Skada's Teachers getting quite a bit of kills there. And the crossbows as well. See, this was the key, I think, to the battle. The Ostrogothic player was very surprised, I think, at where the Abdonian player had deployed. And all of these kills were in the scramble when the Ostrogoths were trying to, you know, renegotiate their lines to focus on both armies at one time. So really good effectiveness there. Looking at the Ostrogoths, like a couple of their cav units doing quite well, but the rest of their infantry didn't perform as expected. And the Vandals, a lot of their berserkers doing quite well, and their cav doing quite well, but the pikes and the archers not as much. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this battle. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Attila content in the future, and I will see you in the next one.